Imagine
same person. charliebournetruecrime. Let's watch this video.
being held captive in a basement, and when police arrive, you think you're free. You call out for help, but they leave you there to be killed. In the 1980s, girls in Belgium started vanishing. The local community in Brussels was understandably unsettled. They had no idea a monster was living among them. Marc Dutroux was reportedly abused as a child. When he became an adult, he turned to a life of crime. He was involved in substance dealing and selling stolen cars. He married early and had 2 sons, but he had many affairs and started abusing his wife. They separated and he married his second wife, Michelle Martin. The pair would go on to do the unthinkable. In 1985, the couple had a disturbing hobby. They would kidnap and women. A friend of the couple called Jean also helped them. Marc had managed to convince him that he owed him a favour. On June the 7th, 1985, they took their first victim. This was 11-year-old Sylvie D, who had been walking home.
Damn.
Men jumped out of the car and grabbed her and kidnapped her, and when they got her home, they AR'd her. They took a Polaroid picture of her before setting her free. They took many more victims before eventually being caught by police. The girls that were set free went to police and provided them with information to make the arrest. Marc, Michelle, and Jean were imprisoned for a short time. Marc, however, managed to manipulate the prison officials into thinking he was disabled, so he got many benefits. He was also able to state that he couldn't sleep and got prescribed some sleeping tablets, which he would go on to use for a sinister purpose.
Oh boy.
Marc was released in 1992 after serving just 3 years in prison. This time he learned a lesson: to set no more of his victims free. He built a dungeon in his basement for his next victims. Between 95 and 96, he would kidnap at least 6 children. He kept them in his basement, tortured them and SA'd them, and used the sleeping tablets to sedate them. It was at this point that news was circulating in the area of the missing children. 2 8-year-olds had vanished, and later that year 2 teenagers too. It was clear that this was no coincidence. Shockingly, despite Marc's own mother ringing police and reporting him, it would take 5 months for police to go to his house. Marc's mum even told them he was keeping girls captive. Marc was arrested during this period for stealing a car. He spent 4 months in prison while 2 of his victims remained in the basement. Michelle knew about these girls, and Marc had told her it was her job to feed them and water them while he was in prison. Frustratingly, although police finally searched his house at this point, despite hearing children's voices, the police just left. They said it sounded like the voices were coming from outside. They even found undeveloped camera film, which, had they just developed the film, they would have seen the basement in these images. Marc had documented the process of building the dungeon via the camera. Tragically, due to Michelle stating that she was too frightened to go down into the basement, the girls died of starvation. When Marc was released, more girls started vanishing. This included 12-year-old Sabine Dardine and 14-year-old Letitia Delhy. Marc was finally arrested after an eyewitness recognized his van involved in an abduction. He confessed and showed police his dungeon. He also led police to where he'd buried 2 of his child victims alive. It also transpired that he'd had an accomplice called Bernard Weinstein. After the pair had a disagreement, Marc also buried him alive.
Damn.
There was public outrage at the mishandling of the case. There were protests on the street, and there was even claims of a wider P-ring. The 2 brave survivors, Sabine and Letitia, testified in court against Marc. They recalled being chained to a bed and repeatedly AR'd. Michelle was given 30 years in prison, and Marc got life.
Holy shit. Damn, she did not lie when she said that it was going to take a turn for the worse by giving him those sleeping tablets. How many countless times we've seen cases where law enforcement doesn't do their job properly? Why didn't they search that house? Why did it take them 5 months to go? That's crazy. Like, when those girls would have been able to survive. 2 of them died of starvation. That's it's crazy. I think that the few times I've ever seen, and mind you, this is from a movie, but Seven, the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Well, one of the sins is it's not gluttony, but I forgot which one it is, and it's the guy that is chained to the bed and he's like starving, and that image has always like stuck in my head. And whenever we hear cases where something like that is mentioned, like my brain just like automatically goes to that scene. And holy shit, that's just the thought of a human being going through something like that is pretty fucking gut wrenching. And not only did they do all this willingly, but god damn, dude, the cops did not do their jobs properly. That sucks. They shorten words on TikTok videos when it comes to like sexual assault or like rape and stuff like that. You can't say it on TikTok. I don't know why, but you can't say it because just as much as there are people that could say it in a negative light, there's news people that make news reports and stuff like that they have to say it because it's part of what's going on. And you know, information should be clear, and it's, you know, can't really give clear information if you have to shorten words like this, or you have to omit words because you can't say it because TikTok doesn't like it. You get your video taken down, or like get community guidelines on like violations on your videos and shit. I've had a few of them already, and I read things like I don't even show anything, and it's because on the title before the video started on TikTok, I have like the title of the video, whatever case that we're I'll read and whatnot. And yeah, apparently TikTok has an AI that goes through texts and stuff, and it'll show it just bans videos that have certain words and whatnot. So I had to learn the hard way. Yeah. That's why they do this. So if you hear like SA or art or P, that's like P is like pedophiles. Like I mentioned, SA is sexual assault. Art is raped. So, just wanted to want us all to be on the same page. charliebournetruecrime. Let's move on to the next video. Hopefully we get like another content creator. If we get any of the ones that we already saw, I'm just gonna skip it and we'll move on to someone that we have not seen.
911. What is your emergency?
Okay, this is a Crime Wave 911, and these are, I guess this is a disturbing 911 call. So, trigger warning. 3, 2, 1. We'll start this video.
911. What is your emergency?
Yes, sir. I need an ambulance to come to my house.
What's your address, ma'am?
On Gardner Road, Brunswick, Georgia, 31523.
Yes, ma'am. What's the problem there?
I just killed my 2 kids.
Oh, shit.
What's your name, ma'am?
Julia Murray.
What is it?
Julia Murray.
And you said you killed your 2 kids?
Yes, sir.
How
Oh,
old
my
are they?
goodness.
2 and 4.
How did you kill them?
I drowned in the...
Julia, are you with me?
No, I just... myself.
Oh, my God.
You just yourself.
Yes.
With what?
A gun.
Okay.
Please hurry.
Okay, I got them on the way, Julia. I'm just trying to keep you on line with me until they get there. Is that okay? Will you talk to me? Julia. Julia, can you hear us? Is your door open? Will we be able to get in?
I mean, it says disturbing 911 call right on top there. I should have heeded that warning. I did say trigger warning before the video started, but wow, that really took me by surprise. Holy shit. Okay. This is not gonna actually tell me anything. So it says Julia Murray. Oh. Okay. This is old though. This happened back in 2010. It says police. Glynn County woman drowns daughter, tries to drown son, then kills herself. The son was the only one that survived. This was February 16th, 2010. So this was 13 years ago. Wow, it was updated February 22nd, 2023. So I guess there's some information, some update. Wow, this is in Brunswick. Julia Murray was calm. Her voice was matter of fact, almost a monotone, as she told a 911 operator, "I just killed my 2 kids," which was the call that we just heard right now. Disbelieving his voice, the operator asked Murray to repeat what she said about killing them. She said, "I drowned them. They are 2 and 4. Those were the ages when she mentioned it. She said that she had just shot herself with a gun. It was the first time she had broken from the composed, deliberate manner in which she had meticulously given her name, address, and telephone number at the beginning of the emergency call at 9:50 a.m. on Tuesday. Those were the last words Murray is heard to speak during the nearly 2-minute call that she made shortly after drowning her daughter, Ansley, age 4, and nearly drowning her son, Creighton, age 2, at the family's Baumgardner Road home. Glynn County police officers found Murray lying mortally wounded near a .357 Magnum revolver in one room, and the still wet bodies of her son and daughter in their bedroom, said County Police Chief Matt Doring. Ansley and Creighton were lying next to each other in one bed as if they had been tucked in for the night. There were no visible signs of injuries other than those indicating drowning, Police Captain Marissa Tyndale told the Times-Union. Wow. Creighton was still breathing, but his sister was not. Mother and children were taken to the Southeast Georgia Health System's Brunswick Hospital, Doring said. Ansley died at 10:44 a.m. and her mother died at 11:57 a.m., County Coroner Jimmy Durden said. Creighton was in stable condition and is expected to recover, Tyndale said. He might be well enough to be released Wednesday. Murray had a close-range gunshot wound to the upper left side of her chest, authorities said. Wow. As the 911 call ends, because this one that we heard just only gets to a certain point, Murray's moans trail off into silence. Then a police officer can be heard in the background rushing into the room where she is unconscious and unresponsive. At this point, we don't know why she did it. Damn. Someone mentioned in the comment section here that it could be a postpartum psychosis. Wow, this was extremely chilling. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Wow.
You